Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, we are from Group 1. We are going to explain meaning, properties, and relations. I'm Ilhamil Husna. I'm going to explain about meaning properties. Meaning properties are those aspects of a linguistic unit, morpheme, word, or sentence that contribute the meaning of that unit. Meaning properties mean the pieces of information of the word which speakers of the language are in agree. Meaning properties are used to define and describe the semantic components of a word or set of words. For example, the words father, man, and bachelor. Those words have some same properties and some different properties. The word father has the properties male and adult, as do man and bachelor. But also the father has other properties, parent, which distinguishes it from the other two words. Meaningful and meaningless. If a word is part of a language's lexicon with a generally understood meaning, that word is meaningful. A large set of words that we know are meaningful or meaningless in the language. Any adequate explanation of the lexicon of a language must specify the meaningful words of the language and must represent the meaning of those words. So, when do we know whether a word is meaningful or not? We know that the word flick is meaningful and bleak is meaningless. Ambiguity. Ambiguity is the property that involves only one expression having more than one meaning. The ability to detect ambiguity is crucial in the communicative process. Successful communication depends on both speaker and listener recognizing the same meaning. It arises when context is insufficient to determine the sense of a single word. It arises when a word has more than one meaning. And for examples, he found a bat. The word bat has more than one meaning. Bull, bat, and flying rodent. The fisherman went to the bank. The word bank has more than one meaning. Financial institution and over river. Anomaly. Anomaly. An expression is anomalous when the meanings of its individual words are incompatible. Anomaly expressions have no conventional interpretation, referring to meaningless. Anomaly is a violation of normal semantic rules to create nonsense of something irregular, contradictory, or inconsistent. A strange phrase because it is semantically anomalous or illogical, it doesn't make sense. It is important to notice that a semantically anomalous expression can be synthetically well-formed, and this may be a major factor that makes it feasible for speakers to invent meaning for such anomalous expressions. For example, the table likes basketball. It doesn't make sense. Gradually plummet, colorless green idea, and sleep furiously. The next topic is about meaning relations. It's going to be explained by Fujinda Cardila.
The next topic is meaning relations. The definition of meaning relations is the associations that exist between the meanings of words or between the meanings of phrases or between the meanings of sentences. And here are the explanations of such relationships. The definition of synonymy in semantics is the relationship that exists between two or more words that have the same or nearly the same meaning and belong to the same part of speech, but spelled differently. So, we can conclude that synonymy is words that have the same meanings or that are closely related in meaning. The important thing that we should remember is that synonymy will always mean one of two or more words which have the same or very nearly the same essential meaning. For example, the synonymy of big is large. And the synonymy of couch is sofa. And now we are talking about kinds of synonymy. There are three kinds of synonymy. First, true synonymy. True synonymy is meaning relation which involves two or more sentences having the same exact meaning. For example, for uncle, the true synonymy for uncle is the brother of one's father or mother, or the husband of one's aunt. The second one is close synonymy. Close synonymy is a meaning relationship which involves two or more expressions of which the interpretation is not entirely the same, but so close. For example, the close synonymy of war is battle, combat, fight, and struggle. And the last one is partial synonymy. Partial synonymy is a meaning relation in which the meaning of interpretation of one lexicon only a part of the meaning of the other. For example, the partial synonymy for hen is chicken. Next, we are talking about homonymy. Homonyms are different words that are pronounced the same, but may or may not be spelled the same and has unrelated meaning. In other words, homonymy is the relation between words with identical forms but different meanings. That is the condition of being homonyms. For example, the homonyms of bank are financial institution or of a river. And another example is bat. The homonymy of bat is flying creature. That's all from me. The next material will be explained by Khairunisa Amana.
My name is Khairunisa Amana, and here I'd like to explain about homophony. Homophony is different words pronounced the same but spelled differently meaning. They sound alike but are written differently and often have different meanings. The example to, wood, right, meat. The next is polysemi. Polysemi is a word or phrase with multiple related meanings. The word of polysemi comes from Greek for many signs. The example you can see at the slide. The house is at the foot of the mountain. Foot here refers to the bottom part of the mountain. And the second example is one of his shoes felt too tight for his foot. Foot here refers to his leg. Next is inclusion. Inclusion is words included in a group specifically. We derive expressions that are redundant when we put words together that are related by meaning inclusion. The example, the first, the meaning of sisters includes the meaning of female. And the next, the meaning of murder includes the meaning of illegal. And the last example is the meaning of kill includes the meaning of death. The next is antonymy. Antonymy is oppositeness of meaning between a word and the other word or among words in the same part of speech. The concrete form of antonymy is called antonym or opposite. There are two types of antonymy. The first is gradable. Gradable is not absolute and question of degree. It refers to the words related to the object they modify. The words themselves don't provide an absolute scale. The example is small big, bad good, and hot cold. And the last of types antonymy is non-gradable. Non-gradable refers to the existence of pairs that the denial of one implies two assertions of the other. The example is dead alive, sleep awake, and present absent. The last is kinds of antonymy. The first is true antonymy. True antonymy involves two or more lexicons having true opposite meaning. The example is small, big, and male, female. The second is gradual antonymy. Gradual antonymy involves two or more lexicons having gradual opposite meaning. The example is medium, small. The third is reciprocal antonymy. Reciprocal antonymy involves two or more lexicons having reciprocal opposite meaning. Usually, it's in the forms of actions. The example is close open and sleep awake. The last is one-to-many antonymy. One-to-many antonymy is the meaning relation in which one lexicon has many opposite meaning. The example is sweet, bitter. And that's all the explanations for this topic. See you in the next time.